Well, hi again, everyone. This is April from Big Blue Dog Soaps, and today we're having another fun day. I'm going to make a rather large batch of soap. I've got about 5.5 pounds worth of oils. They're going to go into my custom wood mold that my wonderful boyfriend Kurt made for me. I'm going to use what I call remnants or confetti from my test soaps. And what I do, rather than turning it all into samples, is I make use of it by, you could get a cheese grater, but good Lord, that I just don't have the patience to just grind and grind, just grate and grate. So I just got a salad shooter from the local consignment store. I believe it was Goodwill. I think I paid $5 for it. And it's powerful enough. You just have to make sure that your soap is very, very, very hard cured, like a hard cheese. That way your soap pieces will be very separate and distinct. Otherwise they'll clump up and it'll get messed up and gummed up in the, not only the blade, but the motor will burn down. And it's a used item, the salad shooter, but you don't want it to burn up. I mean, it was a great bargain, and who wants that? So so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to incorporate about 4 different colors. I'm going to make a black base. This is the black base I'm going to use is Black Oyster from Mad Oils. And I also have my neon pink and green micas. They're also from Mad Oils. And I also have, let's see, it's called Yellow Raincoat. That's also from Mad Oils. I just use some of the oils from from the recipe, that way I'm not adding anything. I've already got this with a high concentration of hard oils, and I've got it super fatted pretty high, probably about 17%, but that's because I have a lot of coconut oil in it. So it's going to be relatively cleansing. I don't want it to be too dry, so I up the super fat in it. So I'm really excited to try it. So let me make sure my live water is the right temperature. Yeah, we're doing good. So just gonna give this a swish. Make sure my oils are good and incorporated. Tap out the air bubbles. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to add my lye water. I am using a water discount too. Try to just get this to emulsification. And the easiest way I've found to do that is with a lot of hand blending and minimal immersion blending. Just enough. That should be good. And like I said, this does have a high amount of hard oils, coconut oil, cocoa butter. So what I'm going to do is pour off my colors first. Got 3 containers over here. Probably help if you guys could see them, huh? Okay. I'm excited about this one. I've never used a black base before, so I'm excited to see how this is going to turn out. Go. Okay. I'm not sure how much this is going to take. I'm going to be pretty generous because the times that I've seen black used, if you're not careful, it's going to end up looking gray. So, I'm going to be pretty generous. We'll see how that goes. Just going to plop that on top there. Oh, that's looking great. I should have actually done my colors first, but I wanted to make sure that this wasn't going to harden up without me incorporating the black first. It shouldn't be that big of a deal. It's just a teeny bit of black on the inside there. Right. Get that out of the way. Get my mold here. Colors here. I'm going to be very generous with those two because I want bright, bright, bright colors. This is going to be a fun soap. And I also did not add fragrance oil because the remnants have fragrance oil in them already. May end up having to add more yellow, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I'm just going to start with the yellow. And the orange. Thinking about calling this soap Throwback to the 80s. Does this remind you of roller skates or a pair of Reeboks that you had? It does me. It's awesome. I am absolutely thrilled with Mad Oil's colors. Very true to pigment, very heavily pigmented. So you don't have to use a whole lot. Now I'm going to hand blend the soap remnants. Just a couple of good handfuls in there. each one. And yes, you're going to make a mess. Just expect it. Which is why the paper is great. You can just gather it all up and get it out of the way. I'm going to try to do a drop swirl. We'll see how it goes. Should be good. I've got this fantastic silicone, I guess it's like a cake spreader, icing spreader. That's what I'm looking for. Icing spreader. Just stir this in real good. I'm really hoping this isn't going to turn into a plop and drop, but we'll see. Like I said, I do have a water discount. There's a high percentage of hard oils in there, so the odds are stacked against me. Oh, this is going to be so fun. So I hope you're enjoying my videos so far. I hope my intent is for, just break up this little bit right here. My audience is intended for not only my wonderful customers, but also for the soaping geek community as well, hoping that my videos are entertaining and maybe a little bit funny, and maybe somebody can learn something along the way. I certainly want to give back to my community after everything I've learned. So great, got all this set. Let's get to the fun part. This is my wonderful soap mold. Just gonna adjust my camera a little bit so you guys can see. There we go. Now, how's that? Oh, that's better. Okay. So now, I'm going to pour my base. Excuse me. I'm going to save a little bit for the top. Try not to make a horrible mess. Oh, this is going to do so good. Oh, this is going to be wild, huh, guys? Just going to take turns. Look at that. Isn't that awesome already? I always look for ways to reuse everything I have. Anything gets wasted, I hate it, because as we all know, soaping supplies are not cheap. Okay, let's find my spatula. Go. I'm just getting the remnants out of this bowl here. Try to cover my top as best as I can. soap is going to be so fun and funky and awesome. Oh, the texture is just doing so good. Now for the fun part, get all this out. Oh, I can't wait to cut this. This is going to be so cool. This is better than I imagined it was going to look. This is a great way to use up all your samples, maybe stuff that doesn't sell as well as you'd like, or maybe didn't turn out quite the way you expected. We all have stuff that didn't turn out quite the way we expected, right, guys? I know I do. Let's see. A little bit more I can drop in here. And while I'm thinking about it and it's fresh on my mind, I just want to give a shout out to some YouTube channels and soap makers that have been such a wonderful, wonderful help for me. Ariane at La Fille de l'Amour, her soaps are just gorgeous, and she has just got everything sewed together. And she's got those little babies that are so precious, and she just seems to be able to, she's like the soap and superwoman. I just really admire her. And Kevin Devine over at Divinely Designed, he is who I call the soaping scientist. He does the most wonderful experiments, and I've learned so much from him, and he does a really thorough job and makes beautiful soaps. And gosh, who else? Spicy Pine Cone. Sarah is she has the most beautiful soaps, and she has such wonderful ideas, and I love her logo, and oh, her soaps are so beautiful. And who else do I enjoy watching? Oh gosh, there's just so many. Over at Nature's Garden, oh gosh, I can't remember her name, but she's so wonderful. She helped me with the idea for my salt bars, and she's always so giving with the recipes and things, and people like her are just an absolute joy because they don't mind sharing some secrets and, you know, giving back to the community. And Eden's Secret, her name was Kimberly Sanchez. I finally remember it. I should know them all because I watch them so much. And who else? Oh gosh. Who else do I have? Kimberly McNutt over at Essential Soaps. She is just so funny to watch, and she just opened her store and she's doing so well for herself, and she's one of the few hot process soap makers that I watch. She actually got me into, she was the first one I watched when I started way back with just hot process soap, and she influenced me a lot. She's the one that actually got me to get an old crock pot from Goodwill and just get in there and try it. I was so scared of the lye, and it was so silly. But I think we were all there in the beginning. The lye is pretty scary. But it's, took off from there. I haven't stopped. It's been 2 years, and it's been so much fun. And, let's see, Royalty Soaps. I love watching her channel. She is so cute and so full of energy, and she's so bubbly and wonderful, and every time I get into a slump, Katie just gets me right back in there and back into the trenches and helps me get going again and find my soapy karma and my zen place and why I wanted to start in the beginning. And she just takes me back and makes me want to do better and really put into the YouTube. She's the one that really got me into YouTubing because I saw how good she can do, and I know I had the potential to be a great YouTuber. It's within me. I think it's within all of us. We just have to do it, and a matter of repetition and learning from your mistakes. And gosh, who else do I watch? About all I can think of at the moment. I'm just waiting for this to settle just a little bit. I'm going to go over here and tap this real quick while I'm thinking about it. Just a moment. There we go. Oh, this is looking so good. Oh, I'm so excited. Is almost hard enough to where I can do some swirl work on it. Just let me get me a chopstick. Actually, I think I'm going to work with 2 this time and see how that goes. I'm in a creative mood. Just because this is such a large scale soap, I'm just going to spray it a little bit with alcohol. So I'm not sure how it's going to set up. Just hoping that'll cut down on the soda ash. Oh, that's better now. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my leftover micas and along with what I've already got in the top, I'm just going to pour it on the top in no particular fashion. Just add a little bit of interest, a little bit of contrast. My lighting's really not doing it justice, but this soap is so bright and so wonderful and so fun and so funky. Kurt and I were listening to the radio on the way home the other day, and we found an old station that was actually playing the 80s, bunch of old 80s songs, and I'm notorious for being forgetful, but he and I both could sing all the stupid lyrics from the 80s. Every 80s, stupid 80s song that come up, we knew verbatim. Now, why is it we can remember songs from 20 years ago, word for word, but I can't tell you where I left the car keys? I can't tell you, who called last. I can't tell you I can't tell you Kurt's phone number. It's sad. We live in such a society where, cell phones are dictated by names rather than numbers anymore. Used to, back in the old days, we had phones where you could dial, you had to remember the number. Look it up in the phone book and dial the dial thingy. I mean, God, that makes me feel so old. Holy cow. But anyway, so what I'm going to do is just take double. Well, I guess this side's more like chopsticks and the other side's more like skewers, but I'm just going to take them and hold them double and see what this does. So here we go. This soap's going to set up really nice. It's already doing really well. And that's about all I'm going to do to it. Otherwise, it's going to start getting muddy looking, and I certainly don't want that. So fun, huh? Okay, I'm gonna let this set for probably a couple of days at least, and then we'll be back for the cutting. Good morning. So I'm up extra super early. I couldn't sleep because I wanted to get this cut so bad. It turned out so awesome. Just wanted to show you real quick. But it is waiting and ready. Get this Zeppelin loaded. Okay. I'm really excited. It's a teeny bit soft, but it's got so many hard holes in it. I really don't want to wait a long time on this, because I've been pushing my bud to the limit, let me tell you. There we go. Okay. Oh, it turned out so good. Oh my gosh. I'm really pleased. It's a teeny bit warm, probably because it's such a big loaf, and it kind of self-insulated in the center, So the colors may be a little bit darker toward the center of the loaf. And it's just a little rough because, you know, it had to cut through the remnants and everything. And so it skids across that stuff, but it'll be fine. You can see some orange coming through. And the bars are just the right size. I didn't want them too tall. Frankly, I'm getting a little tired of the tall ones. So I wanted to change it up a little bit. There we go, that's an interesting one. Just show you the last piece. Okay, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button and subscribe and become a member of the Big Blue Dog Soap family. Share this on Facebook with all your friends and come see my store, see what all we have to offer. I've got some new soaps coming out soon and they'll be up on the website as well. Hope you guys have a great day and we'll see you next video. Bye-bye.